Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Sports-Wise Veteran. Well, it's that time of year. It's middle of June. Not much is going on in sports. We're wrapping up the Stanley Cup Finals the other night. Florida Panthers won another Stanley Cup. Florida won a Stanley Cup. Canada hasn't won one for over 30 years, but Florida's won two back to back. And then Tampa's won a bunch of them. So what's going on in Canada? Florida's winning it. Why can't Canada? But we're talking about championships. NBA Finals probably going to be over tonight. OKC is going to win a championship. But when we're talking about championships, that's how we compare a lot of our players these days. We've got players, we always do the LeBron Michael comparison. Michael 6-0 in the finals, never lost one, never trailed, never been to a game seven, never done all this stuff. LeBron's lost a lot. I think he's lost more than he's won. But we never compare Bill Russell and Michael Jordan. Russell's got 11 rings. Mike's got six, but Mike's the GOAT. So championships is what matters to a lot of people. But it got me thinking. We've got 20 players. I just went through 20 players that have never won a championship, but still are all-time greats. So we're going to go through the top 20 real quick in no particular order except for 20 to 1, how I got it set up for my list. So right off the bat, number 20, Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film. One of the NBA's most exciting scorers. He didn't even make it to a finals before. If you watched him, he was the most powerful dunker. There's more better dunkers, but this dude was powerful. He was angry at the rim every time he dunked it. Next up, over 61,000 yards passing, 420 touchdowns, and an MVP. Dan Marino, no Super Bowl ring. Next up, number 18, Don Mattingly. Donnie Baseball was the heart of the Yankees, just not during their winning years. Yes, folks, much like what's going on nowadays with the Yankees, there was a time before Derek Jeter showed up that the Yankees were not winning everything. And Donnie Baseball never won a ring. Next up, number 17, the round mound of rebound, Mr. Charles Barkley himself. Got a gold medal, an MVP, elite power forward, but Jordan always played in Jordan's shadow when it came into playoff time. That 94 NBA Finals was fun to watch. Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, Charles Barkley, all those guys playing against each other, but nobody can get past Mike in the 90s. Number 16, Mr. Padre himself, Tony Gwynn, made it to two World Series, 84 and 98, but never won a World Series ring. One of the best pure hitters ever. A 338 career average, 8 batting titles, and no rings. Number 15 on the list, part of the 18-1 Patriots, an unstoppable wide receiver, 18-1 and lost it in the Super Bowl. Mr. Randy Moss himself, dude could catch anything but a cold and could not win the big game. Number 14, Reggie Miller, Indiana's icon, clutch, fearless, but never a champion. I mean, you remember the whole choke thing when they were playing the Knicks, who Halliburton just mimicked it a couple weeks ago. Lost. He only went to finals once and lost in 2000. Next, Ken Griffey Jr., the sweetest swing in baseball, but injuries and a lack of team success held him back. Towards the end of his career, he's starting to move on. He went to the Reds, went to the White Sox, but just nothing. He was searching for that ring. He had the kid did everything in baseball, but win that ring. One of the smartest players who retired on top minus a ring was Barry Sanders. He was the most electrifying runner ever. Retired early without even getting close to a ring. If Detroit had the team they have now back in the day, Barry Sanders would have been part of it. He would have been the one helping win the ring to get them past the 49ers when they went to the NFC Championship. But it just wasn't meant to be. Barry is still one of the most electric running backs ever, but never has a ring. Now, this player, tougher than most any other is his size, the MVP in the NBA in 2001, Mr. Allen Iverson. We're not talking about games. He won games, but we're talking about championships. Not a game, but championships. He gave everything to Philly, but the Lakers the Lakers are the one that beat him. Kobe and LeBron, Kobe and Shaq are the ones that beat him. He put on a show. He was one of the great players. He was like 6'1", 6'2", and just dominated the game, but not past the West. Championships are rare, and some of the greatest to ever live never got their moment in the spotlight. LaDainian Tomlinson at number 10, one of the most complete backs ever. Set records for the NFL, set records for the Chargers. MVP in 2006, never even reached a Super Bowl. And that's something's going on with that franchise because the Chargers have had teams, they've had players, Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, LaDainian Tomlinson. They had everything to go to a team, but I mean, hell, their coach was Marty Schottenheimer, one of the greatest coaches of all time, but just couldn't do it. Number 9 on the list, Mr. Ernie Banks himself, Mr. Let's Play 2, a Chicago legend who played his entire career with the Cubs and never saw the postseason until late in his career. It's that Cubs, the curse of the Billy Goat, all that stuff going on. There was too many teams that were better in the way. This was a shock. I thought he won a ring, but I guess I'm wrong. Number 8, two-time MVP, Steve Nash, defined unselfish play and fast-paced offense, but he never even made it to the finals. I was thinking Phil, or when he was with the Suns, never made it. Dallas never made it. I thought with that Kobe and Nash team up, the Nash Potato and Kobe Beef, they would have won. But nope, nothing. Number 7 on the list, the original dual threat quarterback. A lot of people don't think of this guy, but Fran Tarkenton went to 3 Super Bowls and lost them all with the Minnesota Vikings. Going 3 and losing them all is not the worst performance in a Super Bowl. We have one other person on the list that's a lot higher than 7. But number 6 on the list, Ted Williams, one of the purest hitters all time, a 348 or 344 lifetime average, 521 home runs, but missed his prime years of playing baseball for military service and no rings. He was one of the best players ever. Number 5 on the list, the mailman, Karl Malone with the Utah Jazz, and he went to the Lakers trying to chase a ring. Mailman always delivered, except in the finals. Jordan and the Bulls kept him ringless. Back-to-back NBA finals appearances, and Mike hit that shot in the 98, his last championship, hit that shot just over Brian Russell. That ended it. Karl Malone is a power forward you did not want to match up with. Him and John Stockton together, they should have had a ring. Number 4 on the list. I think because of this man, they changed the zip code or the area code for Buffalo to 044. Jim Kelly took the Buffalo Bills to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost every single one of them in heartbreaking fashion. There was the last second field goal. There's everything that could go wrong for Jim Kelly did go wrong in those 4 Super Bowls. So if somebody needed a ring bad, one Buffalo needs a ring bad, but Jim Kelly needs one. Number 3 on the list, Elgin Baylor, one of the game's all-time greats, retired the same year the Lakers won it all, but never got his ring. This was just the way teams were set up back then. Elgin Baylor was tired of the Lakers, where the direction they were going at the time, ownership, all that stuff, and they never gave him a ring, although he was part of the team that won that NBA championship. Number 2 on the list. This is growing up, of course. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, loved watching Michael, loved watching Scotty play. When Dennis Rodman got there, that whole Bulls second three-peat was exciting to watch. The first three-peat was fun, but this is the one player, being a shorter guy, being a guy that loved watching basketball, I loved watching John Stockton play. The NBA's all-time assist and steals leader, played 19 seasons with the Jazz and no titles, thanks to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That 97 and 98 seasons, they couldn't get past him. They were dominant. He was the post office. Karl Malone was the mailman. They just worked perfect together. That pick and roll was something that they started doing training on for everybody in the NBA to mimic. They just couldn't get past Michael. Nobody could. And number 1 on the list. And again, I put him number 1 on the list because he should be in the Hall of Fame. He should have won a ring, and he should be talked about in more favorable ways than any other player in NBA or in MLB history. Barry Lamar Bonds, the most feared hitter in baseball history, 7 MVPs, 762 home runs. Sure, he's controversial, but no one could stop him. You want to talk about the steroid era. Yeah, Bonds was on steroids. 1, no proof. But 2, the guys that were pitching to him were on steroids also. So that's why they called it the steroids era. The only person that could stop him was Father Time. And I think Barry could still play right now. Now that they have the DH in the National League, I mean, he's 60 years old. Could he come out there and swing it a little bit? Maybe. But he has no World Series rings. It sucks. I would love to that 2002 series when it was LA, the Anaheim Angels, excuse me, and San Francisco playing against each other. I would have loved to see Barry get a ring, but it's something that's never going to happen, and that's okay. They didn't need a trophy. These 20 players didn't need a trophy to be legendary. These athletes define greatness, even without the final puzzle piece. So, does it take a championship to be an all-time great? No. But does it make you an all-time great having a championship? I don't know. Is Trent Dilfer an all-time great? I don't think so. So, a championship doesn't make everything, but it makes it better. So, let me know your comments, concerns. Who's not on this list that you want to see on that list? Send me a comment, send me a concern, let me know. So, again, this is Sports-Wise Veteran. I appreciate you guys watching. We're going to start doing some 49er stuff here soon. Training camps open up next month. Christian McCaffrey's looking healthy. Everybody's got paid. In this upcoming offseason, nobody's trying to get a contract. The 49ers front office got it all done already. So are we going for six? Going for one for the other thumb? We'll find out. Again, thanks everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, do your thing, and we'll talk to you later.